Hey guys, it's Sunfyre. Welcome to episode 3 of Sunfire's podcast. And today we're going to be talking about NAMM. I want to tell you all about it as much as I can. So much happened, so I'm just gonna go over each day and what happened each day. But if you went to NAMM, please follow up on the follow up. Please comment. I can't. I'm not a YouTuber. Please scratch my back. No. Please comment in the comments below. Please comment in the comments below. Holy shit, dude. Can I get gooder? Anyway, please tell me in the comments what you did at NAMM. If you went to NAMM, let me know. I would love to know if I met you and if we took pictures together, because a lot of people came up to me and took pictures. A couple people recognized my band as a whole, like the 5 of us being together there was so incredible, like first time ever being at NAMM as a full band. But yeah, remember I pretty much started this podcast this year, like early January. I think it was the first day was first week of January or second week or something like that. And then the second episode was supposed to be, I think, the one with my dad, but I lost my grandma on the 10th of January. So that was like unexpected and I wanted to talk about it. So if you listen to that podcast episode, that was one of my most vulnerable moments ever on the internet, honestly. I've never cried so much. I'm feeling better. If you're wondering like how I'm keeping up and how I'm doing ever since that was a very tough time. I just want to be there for my mom as much as possible because I care about her, and she's gonna be very broken for a while, but I'm here for her, and all you can do is be there for your loved ones when they're going through loss and grief. I mean, I went through a loss and grief, but that's her mother, and she was very close to her. And so, life is like that, when your grandparents are older and they're reaching that age, like 80s, 90s, like you're trying to prepare mentally, right? Because it's just gonna happen, like I wish people could live forever, but that would be weird too. So have you seen that movie? On another note, have you seen that movie Death Becomes Her? That movie was so scary. Like when I was little, I remember watching it and I'm like, oh god, they're dead. Yeah, spoiler alert, but you should watch it. It's with Bruce Willis and Meryl Streep, and I forgot the other actress's name, but yeah, watch it. They live forever, sort of. But yeah, anyway, it's an older movie. I think it came out early 90s. I don't know. Let me get back on track with this episode's topic, okay? You already know that I jump around a lot with different topics, and I'm just gonna not HDMI 4K too much, but there's so much to talk about. So I'm just gonna start with the first day. As you probably were aware, my full band was at my house here in Buffalo, New York. We spent a few days together making content, sledding on the snow. Two of them, Isa and Johnny, had not seen snow, so they were like, just amazed by the snow, and we played in the snow, and it was great. And yeah, the 5 of us had a great time here. We cooked. We, pretty much like band time, like bonding time. That was very special, and in a separate, in a different environment, because like they're usually in Costa Rica working and hanging out, and like it was good for them to get out of that environment that they're used to, the Costa Rican jungle, working on prog music with the jungle around them. But no, we didn't really work that much. It was the only time we recorded something was for one of the songs that's coming out on the next album. And that was just kind of like changing a couple drums parts. With them being in the studio, Johnny and Isa were here, and I was kind of just grooving on my drum set, like, oh, do you like this? Should I do this? And I think when I nailed it, and I'm like, I got the groove for the song, Johnny was like, oh, that's it, that's the one, and he was going crazy, and it was really cool to experience that, like bandmates lifting each other up and like hyping for you and cheering for you that you are nailing it or something, like in person in the studio. So that was cool. We've had studio time before, but it's with like the e-kit and stuff, because Johnny lives in an apartment, so there can't really be an acoustic set. Or if we go to the rehearsal studio and stuff, like that's for rehearsals, that's different. This is like writing. So that was really cool to experience that. Also, I'm very new to the band. If you did not know, I joined Fractal Sun last year, March-ish. But I did meet Johnny and Isa at NAMM last year. So this is how I'm kind of connecting the dots here with NAMM and NAMM 2025 and 2026. This is really special because the five of us were there together. And I'm like, the five of us have to be there? No excuses, you have to be there, right? A lot of people in bands are not able to just leave and travel because of their jobs. So it's good that they are able to do that. And their job allows them to travel and go to events like NAMM and play live at, in different countries. So that's another topic that I'm going to bring that up. I'm going to bring it up later on, but I'll just tell you right now. Canada, Montreal, Canada, August 21st. I think it's the 21st of August. And that's going to be for Prague Storm. We're going to be playing there. So if you're in that area in August, just come see us. And then Germany, I think it's the 25th. That's the festival starts. It's called Euroblast Germany, Cologne, Germany. But anyway, yeah, so back to the NAMM topic. So, okay, we hung out here in Buffalo. Great time. We all went to the airport together. And then flying together was fun. First time I flew with them all together. They're always joking around, so that's good. Yeah, we didn't really have any delays. Nothing really happened. Like, you know how flights get delayed or you miss a flight. Thankfully, nothing bad happened. It was very smooth. And then we arrived to LAX, and then we kind of go our separate ways. We waited for Andres to show up. Andres is Johnny's guitar teacher and very good friend, and he's very prominent in the metal scene in Costa Rica. He is the guitarist of Side of Emptiness as well, a really cool band from Costa Rica. Pura. And so he also joined us in this adventure. And then we kind of went our separate ways, and then we met at the Airbnb. We had to pick up the rental van. Dude, it was so weird. The first one that we booked didn't have an actual license plate. The person said "Oh, I'm waiting for it to get delivered because I just did the registration or whatever." And we're like, "Okay, bro, but we're not gonna. No, let's cancel. Why do you have why do you have a license plate paper version of your license plate?" So it was so weird. We had to cancel that and get another one. And thankfully, Turo was able to kind of just take the deduction, or just. We didn't have to pay twice, is what I'm saying. So it's just the deduction of the second one. That's a huge van, the second one. I think it was a Mercedes-Benz, what was it, Sprinter or something? Huge, really cool for shows. I wish I had that one for, if we did tours in the US and we just, drove with the van. That would be, incredible van to have, and have, a hitch with, a little bodeguita in the background in the back. A little box with all the drum stuff, and basically that's how you would do it. But we got some suggestions about getting U-Hauls and then attaching it to the whatever van. But that's just the extra space U-Haul, what I'm talking about, the little box. But anyway, see, I'm already talking about U-Haul. What the hell? All right, let me stay on track here. So we get to the Airbnb. Oh wait, first of all, we went to In-N-Out first because we had to wait for the second rental to be available. And at In-N-Out, I met that pianist. I don't know his name, but I think it starts with an NXB or something. I don't know his actual name. And he just yells while he's playing piano. He's an incredible pianist. And he wears the Thomas the Tank train glasses. You know what I mean? That guy. I met him at In-N-Out. That was cool. That was my first NAMM-related person that I met there next to the airport. So anyway, we get in the van, go to the Airbnb, which is an hour and a half away from where we picked it up because of LA traffic. It sucks. I don't know. I was so tired. I kind of just dozed off a little bit, and then we're there. And we meet up with Lauren. Lauren Babick stayed with us at the Airbnb. Really cool. I love her so much. We had a great time bonding, and because I don't know, she's such an easygoing person, so talented as well. Listened to a couple of her new songs, and that was cool. We shared some of our new songs coming out this year that she gave us feedback, or just reaction, basically. We'll be sharing that later, but we have a lot of content with Lauren, and you'll be seeing that kind of sprinkled around our social media in the next few weeks until the next album comes out. She loved the whole band, honestly. Like everybody got along so much, so well. The Airbnb vibes were chill, no drama. Everybody got along. I got to meet Andres more, like in depth. Like he's hilarious. He's like my new best friend. He makes me laugh so much. Good times. I think that first night, Alex Lopez, ex drummer of Suicide Silence, came over. He's a friend of ours, so he was just chilling with us, playing guitar and joking around. And that's pretty much the first night. We like did groceries and then just got the food that we wanted to eat for the week, and then we went to bed. And then the next day, that was like the day we're picking up our badge at NAMM. It was raining, dude. That first day sucked because, yeah, I was the only one the because it doesn't rain in LA, and it was raining so much the first day picking up our badges, like trying to not get it wet and all that. Although the paper that they printed the badges on was very good. Like it got wet and it didn't smudge. So hey, nice paper, dude. Nice paper, Nam. But yeah, and so we got the badge, went in first day. Let me try to remember as I'm talking. But so for Helen, I wanted her to go and talk to Telefunken because she uses a pink Telefunken mic. It's very iconic. Basically, the pictures that have been shared and from our photographers in Costa Rica, those are very special. They look really cool, like the pink microphone. And she wants to stick with Telefunken, and she spoke to them about a wireless solution. So that'd be really cool if she can have that and not like the pink cable, because it's the pink microphone and the pink cable. It looks really cool. But dude, people trip, and it's better not to have a cable. So she spoke to Telefunken, and then we opened Pokemon cards at Telefunken. That was really cool. We posted the video in our social media, Fractal Sun's Instagram. Let's see. Was that Friday? I feel like I'm talking about that's Friday probably. Anyway, I'm just gonna like tell you what we did. It doesn't matter if it's in alphabetical order. In chronological order, I mean. Jesus Christ, my brain. So after that, we went into the main, the halls. Like if you've been to Anaheim, if you've been to NAMM, you've seen the Anaheim Convention Center, and it's like huge, like Hall A, B, C, and D, and that's where all of the booths are for most of the companies that are there. Because there's a separate one. The first building is for like audio and microphones and stuff, and then you keep walking. You kind of getting close to the Hilton as well. It's going to be on your left, and then on the right it's the full like expo like floor, the full floor. And then yeah, I think what did we do on the first day? We were just filming a lot. I had my GoPro sticking out of my backpack. I had some GoPro content. We asked people like, what do you think our band name is if you looked at the five of us together? And then okay, so this was funny. Two people said Dark Moon. Completely different people. Okay, they didn't know each other. They weren't near each other to hear each other. They just looked at us and they were like, I'm thinking space related. And like, they don't know who we are. Like, that's kind of like our concept is about space and like futuristic sci-fi stuff. And so that was really cool. The second Dark Moon blew us apart. We were like, what the hell? Second one that says that? Joey Sturgis and Miami were there, and we went up to them, said hi. And Joey was like, solar eclipse. And okay, that's very close to Fractal Sun. And then I think Miami said something about moon. And we're like, what the second? That's the third person that says moon. What did he say? Something moon. I can't remember. But the whole vlog is out in my YouTube channel now. So you can listen to my vlog or watch it. It's the whole video, and then you'll see them. Oh, and it's mostly like opening Pokemon cards, because we did go to different booths to open Pokemon cards. So that was kind of like one of the ideas we had as a band. Since the band is such a nerdy group of people, like they love Pokemon, they love Magic, they love One Piece and cards, like they just love it. And so opening Pokemon packs with different companies, I think we did one with Quantum. Yeah, it was Quantum. We did one with my new sponsor, Liverpool Drumsticks. Yeah, I love that they're Brazilian guys. I just announced that I became an artist using their drumsticks in all my videos and stuff. So they send me a lot of sticks. I'm so excited. And they have such different, like, they have a huge variety. And their vibe is just like so, I don't know. I love Brazil. I lived there. You already know this. And so anything Brazil related, I'm in. I love it. So I posted a video playing samba, or I think it was axé. Onda, onda, hola, onda. And all of my Brazilian followers were like, what? Every time I post anything Brazil related and I speak Portuguese, they go nuts. I love them so much. Brazil is just so welcoming for anybody that speaks Portuguese. They're just like so welcoming and they cheer you on. And I love that. Valeu, Brasil. Obrigada. Anyway, so yeah, we opened Pokemon cards in different booths. Let's see. We did that video. What do you think our name is? That was pretty cool. We saw our friend Anthony Vincent and Matt Glucky and Steve Welsh, the trio, the three guys that make the content. If Deftones wrote Drive by Incubus, you know, I love those videos. Or if like Incubus wrote Wannabe by the Spice Girls, I think they did that one, but it was System of a Down. I love those guys, so talented. And then we kind of just walked around a lot. I believe we saw Ladrones Thursday and Friday. So Ladrones was like our priority to go and meet because they had a performance at the B-Beat booth. And we are also using B-Beat for our shows. We're actually like getting that set up in order to like get rid of the computer. It's a really cool setup. Yeah, so they were there. We saw them. Seriously, one of the coolest guys we met in NAMM. I think, you know, meeting them and talking to them about just artist life and touring. And we met Andre, and he gave us like, one of the things we talked about was like, oh, you're not going to have the ability to shower like you normally do at home. Like you're going to have to, and this is obviously known by every single band on the planet, that you're just gonna have to use baby wipes. And we talked about that, and I'm like, oh my god, no, I can't wait. I'm very particular with my hygiene and stuff, so I'm just gonna have to suck it up, dude. And then Pepe was there as well. He's the bassist from Ladrones. He's like, in the end, everybody's gonna be stinking, and you can't tell who is the stinking one because everybody stinks, and that it cancels itself out because you can't really focus on one person and be like, ew, Johnny, man, you stink. But then no, it doesn't matter because everybody stinks. But anyway, baby wipes for tours and stuff. Great advice. Yeah, so we talked about that. We talked about, I don't know, just the band in general. And like, it's really cool, very inspiring that we met them. They're awesome guys. I love Ladrones. They became like one of my favorite bands in 2025 because of their fusion with Mexican music, corridos, and metal. Love it. And then, let's see. Oh, we went to Eargasm, another cool brand that we talked to that gave me the ability to invite two of my friends, Sarah and Shan. Illy makes and Shannon strings. Shannon plays violin. She talked to a few violinists. And Illy does really cool art. So she made a really cool poster for Eargasm. That was really cool. They were like blown away, like, oh my God, no way. We're going to put this on our social media, whatever. Yeah, let me see. I didn't really go by the drums area much because, dude, I'm a drummer, but I don't like being around constant fucked up noise. Like, it's not noise, it's fucked up noise. Like, there is a level, like, okay, drumming noise, cool, I'm down. Give it to me. 1 drum set. 2 drum sets? That's okay. That's getting a little bit obnoxious, dude. Like, 3, 4, 5 drum sets, that's fucked up noise. Get me the fuck out of here. I don't want to be near all this noise. Dude, I have other things to do, and it's fine. I mean, because of my inability to deal with all that constant noise, I didn't talk to Meinl. I forgot. I wanted to talk to Meinl, but I'm talking to them now on social media, so that's fine. But, no, yeah, I didn't go to the drums section. Only for Liverpool drumsticks. That was the only time, but they were kind of further away from, like, all that noise. It's just the booths that have all the cymbals. Literally all the time, people just trying different cymbals. Like, it's just annoying, you know? Like, I'm a drummer, and I'm saying this right now. This is my hot take as a drummer. I hate all of that noise at NAMM. It's just like Guitar Center, but 10 times more. So get me the fuck out of there. Free expression here. It's interesting because I'm a very quiet person. People don't know this. They just see my videos, they see my content, and they see that I scream a lot, and they see that I'm very, like, extroverted and crazy, but like, I'm not like that when the camera is off. I like to be quiet. I like my peace. I like quiet, you know? And I think it's because I need that balance from insane, just chaotic, just yelling stuff all the time. And then I need to turn that off, because if that's constant and 24/7 doing that, and after I'm yelling for 3 hours on stream and then I go in the house and I'm yelling in the shower, like, no, dude. I need to have recharging time, right? In between content, I'm a very quiet person. So anyway, I'm used to being here in my studio. It's quiet. Like, I do have all that chaotic content and the streams and stuff. But when I'm at NAMM, I I start very hyper, and that's my high. And then I eventually, like, I hit a low. Like, I hit a low energy moment. I think, so Helen was asking, like, Sophie, ¿cómo estás? Like, are you okay? Like, are you tired? Because I was so tired during the airport stuff, like connection flights and everything. By the end, I was very quiet. I was just tired. And when I'm tired, I'm quiet. So you'll notice the difference. Like, it's black to white. You know, it's just part of being human. Like, we cannot be wired and plugged 24/7, 100% all the time. So I think towards the first day of the ending of that first day at NAMM, around maybe 3 or 4 p.m., I was just like quieter, and I'm just drained. But I think I had a coffee and I kind of like picked up again. Where did we eat? I forgot where we went to go eat. I'm blanking out on this one, because I don't think. Oh no, we ate there. We had a sandwich from like a Vietnamese stand. It was a really good sandwich with like carrots and culantro, and I think I can't remember all of it. Oh, chicken. Yeah, very good chicken sandwich. Thank you so much for that chicken sandwich. I forgot the name of the booth, but also they had a lemonade. We ate it on the ground. We just ate it on the ground. There's nowhere to sit. So that was cool. It's always like that. It's packed. All the tables are taken. Yeah, I think after that, I can't remember everything, but I do remember leaving very, very tired. But we just walked and filmed some content and stuff like that. So that was cool. I have a lot of videos from that. And then we were invited to go and hang out and have a couple beers at JD's studio. Baina was there. Lauren was already there. She was like, come to this barbecue, X Suicide Silence, or yeah, because Chris Garza was there too. So I was like, wait, is that the same thing I got invited to? Like, this is the studio. Is this the same place? You know, because JD's the guitar tech for Falling Reverse. And then, cool, we're ending up at the same spot that I was invited. She was already there because she was practicing for her She Rocks Awards performance with Sky Limit with Dylan, Baina, and Sophie. Because Sophie got like, she was an honoree. That was really cool. Apparently you have to dress really professionally, or not professionally, but like formal, because it's like an awards ceremony or something, like a red carpet. We didn't really prepare for that, but I mean, obviously we stayed with Lauren. We wished her the best, and like, we were telling her, like, you're gonna do great. She was anxious, and we were trying to, like, tell her, like, everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be okay. You got this. So, yeah, I think she did great. I didn't see the live stream. I have to watch it still, and I keep forgetting, but I have so much to do. Yeah, there's a live stream on YouTube. Look up She Rocks Awards NAMM 2026 live stream. So, yeah. And then, so we were hanging out that night. Oh my God. So this is a very important thing that happened to us. Good and bad. I mean, it's just, you'll see what I mean. But when we were at this barbecue, JD was very awesome. This guy is like one of the nicest guys I've ever met. And he showed us the studio. He's so proud of his man cave. Very cool, decorated with posters of like Misfits when he was touring with them, and teching also with other bands. And his girlfriend was also very nice. We had such a great time. There's the guitarist of Cold Chamber was there too. He was hammered. Very funny dude. Yeah, just talking to different people and socializing, networking, and talking to Andre again. And he gave us a lot of cool advice, like very, 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 very fun times, like talking to him and Pepe, the bassist of Ladrones. And then Chris Garza and Alex Lopez, we were in the circle talking, and this was very eye-opening and scary as fuck. But basically, Chris Garza, we're talking about our band, right? And we're 5. And he's like, who am I talking to? Who is the band? And we look at each other like, the 5 of us, we're the band. He's like, no. Like, starting to yell at us. Like, who is the band? Who am I talking to? And we're like, who is the front person? We look at Helen. She's the front woman. She's the singer. No. Who? And then Alex goes like, they'll figure it out. They still don't know. And like, I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? Like, I'm being put on the spot right now. I don't know what the fuck's happening, dude. What do you mean? And so I was like, oh, I think I get it now. And he's like, who's the one that is not gonna ever quit? Who's the one that's gonna lead the band? Who's gonna steer ship? And I quit my job to, you know, take the band to like high heights, and like this is your life, this is your baby. Who is the one that's gonna continue no matter what happens? And who's the one that just anchors everything? The five of us cannot steer the ship. It's gotta be, there's only one. And then we look at Johnny and we are like, oh, this is the core guy. Johnny would never really quit. Never. He would never quit. Like, if something happens, he's still gonna try to do all he can, honestly, to take the band forward. And we're like, oh my god, what the fuck? Wow, we're asking the right questions. This is deep, dude. So, Chris Garza, thank you so much for just blowing my mind, because I literally had no idea what the fuck you were talking about, and now I get it. And like, it is very meaningful that you put it that way, and you scolded us, basically, and we're here for that. We're here to get scolded, and we want to learn from the greats. That was one of the coolest things and scariest things from NAMM. So after hanging out with all those guys, you know, I think I drank 2 Trulies, and that was it. Like, I was tipsy, but like, I was fine. Everybody like just got along really well with everybody. So we went back to the Airbnb, just singing and being super loud in the van. I think Andres was like beep beep beep, doing like the Guanacasteco, and Helen and Isa, and we were all like singing loudly. And so that was fun. And then we get to the Airbnb, and then we just like, I think that they start playing Magic. The guys are playing Magic, and Andres is like drinking coffee like always. And then we're watching from the vlog. Yeah, I think this was Thursday night, because like we were watching the vlog from Thursday, and Andres is such a funny dude that he just says random shit and does like the funny like Costa Rican cornfields guy like voice, like el polo maicero, and so he has that accent, and like only Costa Ricans understand it. Like, nobody outside of Costa Rica will think it's funny. But so we were like watching everything that he was saying with like, I gave him the camera for him to like treat it as a vlog at NAMM, walking around and just talking that way, and just commenting on different things as he's talking like that. And we're just dying of laughing. So I don't know, after that, I think, yeah, we went to bed. The next day, Friday, was the day that we helped Lauren bring all her stuff to NAMM, because she had to bring her case. She had to be there for like sound check and makeup and all of that. So we go and drop off Lauren at the Hilton, and then we go to the main grounds. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention this, but we cooked great breakfasts. The first breakfast was like pancakes, eggs, bacon, really great breakfasts. You know, I always want to look out for, when we're staying in a house like that, I'm very like, I get into like mom mode where I want to feed everybody, and so I buy like pancakes, eggs, and we have the bacon and like orange juice. Oh, I'm very aware of people not, you know, feeling good sometimes, or like, you know, sickness arises from these events in NAMM, and like NAMMthrex it's called. And I bring vitamin C, and I tell them, drink this orange juice. Sí o sí, you gotta drink this orange juice. You need vitamin C, because it's better if you don't. Like, I mean, if some people don't really believe in vitamin C, but fuck you, dude. I do. I think vitamin C is vital for like, you know, well-being, and you need it, and you probably get sick less. But it's not that you're not gonna get sick. You might get sick still, but like it helps. You know, it helps. So I also have the vitamin C tablets, and so I tell everybody every morning, hey, everybody, remember to drink your orange juice and take at least 2 vitamin C's, or else I'm gonna pichasearlo, man. I'm gonna hit you if you don't. So anyway, yeah, that was cool. Well, back to the explanation of Friday. What was I saying? See, I like to talk about different topics randomly. So Friday we met up with my friend Max, and his mother was performing. We hung out with Max. We've been friends since, I don't know, 2022? Is it 21 or 22? I can't remember, but yeah, we met on Twitch. He's a great guy. His art is super cool. Go check out Maxwell Aston's dark art. He's made art for different bands already, and he's awesome. Really funny dude. I'm always laughing my ass off around him. I don't know if I should post this video of us like impersonating Peter Griffin and Lois Griffin, and I go, Peter, And I tell him to do the Lois, I'm coming. But anyway, we just died because I don't know. And I am a bad influence, everybody. Please just if you're oh god. Anyway, look it up if you want. It's funny, okay? God. We just gotta laugh at stupid humor, man. Anyway, so we make a couple videos. Taylor's there. Taylor Pace from Destination. He's like my vocal coach, like my screaming coach. And he was there the first day, and then, you know, Friday we made a video together, like who can last longer with the scream. That was cool. I also met Fernanda from Crypta. I love her. She's like one of my favorite people on earth. Like, she's so nice. She's so kind. She's so friendly. É uma fofa. A Fernanda. Eu amo a Fernanda. Muito, muito. So we just hugged, and we didn't really like hang out because she was doing her signing. She was signing next to Macario from Ladrones, and Dino was there as well from Fear Factory. But anyway, yeah, that was cool. We met her. Met all the Donnie from Cradle of Filth was really happy to meet me, and I was happy to meet him because he was happy to meet me. So if anybody's happy to meet me and is really kind and fun, then I'll be happy to meet you. So anybody that came up to me and asked for a picture, that was really nice of you doing that, because it humbles you. Like, it makes you think like, wow, okay. Like, I came from not having any social media presence, and then I built this with, like, I don't know, dedication and caring about the community and like entertaining them. And then they're actually telling me that my videos make them laugh, and then that they love my content. And one of them came up to me and he was like, I love what you do. And then I responded with, what do I do? Like, okay, which part? The guy was like, when you yell. I think it was Ken Susi. Did I say that right? He was working with Fishman. Which was Isa's and Johnny's sponsor. Or no, I think it was Fishman was sponsoring one of the two, and the other two were with Quantum. Oh, I was with Quantum Industries. They were the ones that got us with the guest pass to NAMM. But yeah, Ken was like, I just love when you yell. Like, I just keep doing that. Like, don't stop yelling. And so I love yelling, you know? So that's just how I let out a lot of catharsis. Like, there's just yelling to me is very therapeutic. I've had comments that say like, dude, why are you always yelling? Like, chill. Most of the 99% of my followers like that, and they vibe with that. So I'm just gonna stick to the majority. So thank you for your opinion, but too bad it sucks. No, anyway, so yeah, yelling is just part of my catharsis. The world is so dark that you just want to yell into a pillow. But hey, if you have internet and if you have a camera and like 3 followers, go ahead and just yell at the camera and just let it out and make videos and make people laugh. Whatever. People will familiarize with that because they're also going through some shit. Everybody goes through shit, dude. You think I don't got demons? I go through shit too, and I want to yell all the time, but I do it in front of the camera because why not? And then I just post it. I'm 33 and I can do whatever I want! Anyway. Oh, wait. This is... Okay, Friday, I forgot to mention. We met Jose Manjin. He is the manager of Ladrones. Very cool guy. He's been in the industry for forever. And he's part of the radio too, and he manages like his radio channel, Sirius XM, or did I say that right? Or I don't know. But yeah, he's very involved. He's like the metal, like, what do you call it? Ambassador is what he calls himself in his Instagram bio. But yeah, he's like, oh, I recognize your handle. And I'm like, oh, really? And I told him about our band, and he's like, do you guys do like something related to your culture's music? Like, because he loves Ladrones so much, because the Mexican corridos with the metal is so incredible. He's suggesting that we use our culture's music, like las marimbas, el tambito, los timbales, whatever, and like incorporate more of that Hispanic sound into metal. And I'm like, we're definitely talking about that currently for like our next song. And I love doing that. I love combining Hispanic sound with metal. Like, that's why I love to listen to Chamuco's videos, combining metal with cumbias and stuff like that. Like adding metal riffs to reggaeton classics and stuff like that. I love that stuff. So yeah, I add blast beats over Daddy Yankee all the time. So yeah, anyway, I wanted to mention Jose Manjin. Legend. Okay. Let's see. We are also gonna be releasing a single February 26th is the single, and that is the second. So there's Trail of Hope and Trail of Pain. If you saw the video of Trail of Hope, at the end of it, it says initiating simulation Trail of Pain. So it's a yin yang. It's a dark and light, like happy and evil, good and evil. So the evil one is coming out in February next month, guys. We showed that song to Lauren, and she was so into it. So thank you, Lauren, for listening. We loved also to listen to Lauren's music. We loved her stuff so much. So we were all hanging out as musicians and talking about the industry and the music that we're working on and how we do things and tips on, like, you know, touring. And she was so helpful and very sweet. I love her. Yeah, we got along so well. So okay, Saturday we went to see Bernth perform with Charles. Those two guys, holy shit. Okay, so when I tell you that we felt like this shouldn't have been free, I mean, obviously you paid for the NAMM ticket and you go in, but it, like, their show was just incredibly amazing. Like, it was so good. We felt like this is a sin. Like, we should be paying for this, you know? So we told them, then they're like, no, 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 of course not. Of course, no, we're not paying you. But if you had this in an arena, I would see it. You know, it's like, this belongs in an arena, in a stadium. You guys are so good. These guys are so good together. Charles is insane. He's such an insane bassist. He's so talented. And obviously, Bernth, we were with him in Jam House and just blew us away. He became friends with us, Helen and I and Santi, like, prior to NAMM. We were in touch. And so, like, when he saw us at NAMM, he was like, oh, hey, guys, oh, my God, nice to see you again. And then we took a picture with him. Oh, they opened a Pokemon pack with Bernth as well. I don't know if you caught it from the show Jam House, but by mistake, I said breath instead of Bernth. But the first morning, I messed up his name, and everybody started laughing at me because I messed up. And then now that's his nickname is Breath. So yeah, that was cool. We saw them. Yeah, everybody did something, you know, like Helen spoke to Telefunken and spoke to other brands, and Johnny and Isa were talking to Fishman and Avasi, and just kind of like pursuing different brands, just because that's what you do as a musician. You connect with the brands that you admire and that you believe in. And then let me see what else. That was Saturday I went as Dora. I forgot to tell you guys. But I recorded a video at the Minel booth because I haven't done any drumming content. I have to. I'm a drummer. I have to do some drumming content. So I went to the Minel booth as Dora, and I started hitting the clap cymbal, and I'm like, I don't know what to do, guys. Should I make a video like, ¿Cómo se dice clap en español? Aplauso. And then, you know, vice versa. ¿Cómo se dice aplauso en inglés? Clap. And so I started doing the clap symbol. And I'm like, this is boring. And then I look over and I see the timbales, the Minel timbales, and I'm like, that's the content. That's it. So I go and I grab sticks. I start playing them so hard. So I play timbales very hard. It's not a usual way of playing timbales. Like the guys that play timbales in salsa bands and merengue, and like they see me playing and how I hit them so hard, like a metalhead, like just like moshing and just jumping around the timbales. It's very avant-garde. It's not by the book. It's not the right way, like they say, like, you're playing it wrong, what the fuck. So I like being different. So I like pissing people off. I'm gonna continue doing that. I like that. So yeah, I'm gonna keep hitting the timbales as hard as I can and yelling and jumping and dancing. And when people tell me, like, you're not supposed to be dancing when you play timbales, dude, at least I have the rhythm, right? Like, sometimes, I mean, my feet might trip me, and then I get confused, and then I lose my clave, or I lose my cowbell hits, and then I'm like, whatever, it's fine. Like, it's not the end of the world. But did you die? That's the question. I'm gonna continue being chaotic and loud, and if they don't like it, too fucking bad, okay? Anyway. So that happened. That was a really cool video. I have a lot, guys. We recorded some stuff at the Airbnb. Like, so let me go back a little bit. After that, I was tired. I'm like, I don't have much to do, really. I just said goodbye to Liverpool, you know, kind of created the connection with the guys that were there, the owner and everything. So that they're my sponsor now. So after that, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go back to the Airbnb. Well, we all went back to the Airbnb. They wanted to go to Franken and Sons, or Frankensons, I think it's called, which is like a huge warehouse where it's all like Pokemon cards and geeky stuff and all that. I didn't want to go because I'm not really into the whole card thing. Is not my thing. I appreciate it and I admire their their passion for it. I'd rather stay at the Airbnb and recharge. So what I did is I ordered I think it was a boba tea. No, it was a matcha latte. I wanted to get boba, but I'm like, I want matcha latte. And then I got like a dessert. I don't know. I just wanted to like, spend time with myself. I put the jacuzzi. I got in the jacuzzi. I did editing. Dude, I was editing every day. My band thinks I'm insane because I'm always editing. And like, because I have so much recorded that I don't want it to go and be piled up in the pile of content that you never really like go and touch because you forget about it because you have so much content. So I kind of just like pace myself with the editing and remember what I recorded, and then I edit it slowly. So that's why having the laptop and everything like that helps a lot too. So I spent some time on my own at the Airbnb. It was nice. Jacuzzi for like an hour, just doing social media stuff. I'm always hooked on the phone. Like I'm always doing social media. So I need to just disconnect and go to a cabin and just disconnect from everything. But no, I mean, that's just my job, So like content creating, it is my job at this point. So after that, Lauren comes over. I'm like, do you want me to make you a cheese quesadilla? Cause she's like, I'm hungry. And she was so happy about it. I made her 3 small corn tortilla quesadillas and fed Lauren, and then we talked. We just like talked for an hour. It's cool, catching up, like about life and stuff, about the world and how chaotic it is lately. And so one thing about social media, like I'm gonna talk about this. It's kind of a little political, but I'm not gonna go too in depth with the politics because again, this is why I'm telling you guys this, because when it comes to like caring about what's going on, yes, it's important to care and have empathy for other people and what people are going through in situations like that. But we're talking, right? Me and Lauren are going over this, how social media expects you to just talk publicly about a situation, politics or whatever, because you should use your platform for that. Listen, have you considered my mental health? That is very important, and you guys need to think about that, because a lot of us content creators don't want to use our platform to talk about the wars and what's going on and, stuff like that. Like, when people have told me, you're Latina and you haven't spoken about ICE, again, I don't want to get too political, but I have already spoken, and that's it. One time is enough. And, like, mental health for me is more important than getting into that rabbit hole of... It's just something I'm not willing to dive into as a content creator, and music is my alternative to stay sane in this dark world and being goofy and silly, and I want to entertain people. And so when people tell me, dude, I had a shit day, like whatever, something really, really bad, like, oh, I just lost my brother, he passed away, or like my mom, or like I'm very sick, or anything, and then I see your videos and they bring me life and my day turns around because you make me laugh, I'm going to continue doing that. I'm not going to make videos about sad shit. And it is what it is, guys. The world is full of sad fucking shit. The world is sad, but it also can be very, I guess, inspiring, happy, however you want to put it. I'm inspired to get good on the drums. I got home from NAMM, and I just wanted to practice and drum and get better. And I've been sitting on the drum set, like just working on my singles and my kicks. And like, I want to play Slipknot. I want to play angry music. See, that's kind of like a catharsis from like how the world is so fucked up. Is sometimes playing like heavy music. Just, you want to go hard. Yelling for me is one that helps me. But something that might help you guys is writing. Don't mess up your mental health by going into this social media rabbit hole. And you don't owe anybody anything. You don't owe anybody a video speaking out on something. Guys, please, you have to watch out for your mental health, and your mental health comes first. So anyway, we were talking about that. We agreed on that, like, consider my mental health. I don't want to talk about that shit. So we're going to talk about the next thing from NAMM is, what did we do? I forgot. Oh yeah, we hung out. Oh my God, that was the last night. Because we were all leaving on Sunday, so Saturday night became just like full on. Saturday night became full on goofs and gaffs and just laughing and making. So we did a couple of videos with Lauren. She created like a interview thing with different girls, and the women in metal interview with can you guess the next lyric, or what's this lyric from, what song, stuff like that. So that was cool. I think I guessed like 2 lyrics because I'm really bad with lyrics, but with I was laughing my ass off with Andres. Like I literally was like, I have a new best friend. I have many best friends, guys. Don't be offended. But no, he is like my male best friend now. But anyway, so we were laughing, just crying. I think so. Sarah and Shannon were at Disney. Yeah, they spent all day at Disney. Their feet were broken and completely shattered after that, but they joined us at the end of the night. We were filming some videos with Lauren. Like we were playing the Awasi guitar that Andres brought and making some content with that, and just having a really good time. We're talking about music so much. We kind of just all bonded over music. We're talking about Deftones, Gojira. Like, I love connecting with people through music because music, when I listen to a song, for example, I'm going to use Periphery 2. The full album, Periphery 2, is so important to me because it reminds me of my development as a college kid. Like I was going through the streets of New York City and like getting in the subways, and it reminds me of my friends during that time. And I don't know, it's such a great album, and like music brings you to moments of your life. So when somebody says they love that band or they love this song and we all like vibe over that, and it's nostalgic, so it makes me connect with that person a lot more. So that's what happened all of the days at NAMM. It was just all music related, just great times. We have a lot of videos that we made, so you'll see those being posted throughout, I think, next week and the week after that and stuff. But with my band, we have a lot of single related content. Like for the next single, there's a lot of content for promotion purposes and all that we'll be posting. So you'll see both sides, the NAMM stuff and the promo for the next single. And then in March, leading up to April, there's going to be a lot of promo for the new album. And I have to start recording drums for the second album. So people are asking like, oh, are you going to record the drums for this album? Yes and no. So the second album is all with MIDI drums, and that's how they started the album. And the reason I'm not doing mic'd drums for this album is because it would sound very different from the first single. Addis and Trail of Hope, they had a separate drummer. And so what they do is they program and then they write the drums. But I wasn't in the band at the time for me to be able to, okay, we're going to record all the drums mic'd up from zero for this album. No, I joined a little later. So there's no point in doing all mics and then it kind of doesn't sound the same as one song. So it's like they're going to be like, why is this drum sound so different from the rest? So that's why consistency. And then for the third album, we're definitely going to mic up the drums and record drums, mic drums. So yeah, we have to go into the studio and I have to be there for like a week and record the drums for the full third album. And that's happening for sure. We have to do that. So yeah, I'm doing MIDI. I have my E-Kit and I'm going to record all the songs for Trail of Pain. That's me. That's all me. All my hits. All right. Enough of that. Let's see. I think I'm going to wrap up soon now that we're hitting close to an hour. But yeah, NAMM, incredible experience. Made new friends. Always improving and always growing as a musician. And going to NAMM is a way to kind of just network and learn from other people. Getting people to know you, giving you pointers, giving you advice. Getting yelled at by Chris Garza. That was amazing. That was the best. And Santi almost cried. And then Johnny went up to Chris at the end and was like, hey man, thank you so much for all your wisdom. And like, seriously, it was very eye-opening, whatever. And then he replied to Johnny and he goes, anytime, man. Good luck. Good luck. Okay, yeah, thank you so much. We all gotta run the path that we have to run and grow. And then the big guys will notice you one day. If and when they notice us and they're like, oh shit, they're actually legit. They're good. That day will be cool. But there's no rush in order to be noticed yet. Like, we're just gonna be focused on our music, focused on our journey, and whoever notices, then that's cool, dude. Yeah. Right. I think I'm gonna wrap up here. If you guys have any questions in the comments, I'll try to respond and write like my responses with like keyboard. And then maybe I can answer questions on the next episode. But I already have the next episode planned. It's me and my dad talking about my music influences. So that's cool. That's episode 4 coming out next Friday, the 13th, I believe. Yeah. Ooh, Friday the 13th, dude. Now I gotta make an episode about scary movies. Ooh. What is your favorite scary movie? Guys, thank you so much for watching and listening. Again, this is on Spotify. All the episodes on Spotify. And the video version is on my YouTube channel. There is a playlist called Podcasts, so you can just go into that playlist and everything should be there. And remember, wash your ass. And I'll see you on the next episode, guys. Thank you so much. Love you. Bye. Pura vida, man.